welcome back to my channel. It's been 2 weeks. I can't believe that 2 weeks has passed by already, but here I am 2 weeks later with another update for you. So if you've not been following along, I'm on week 14 now of the one-to-one diet by Cambridge Weight Plan. Yeah, the time has just flown by, and it's been hectic these past sort of 3 or 4 weeks now. But I'm loving it. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it other than it's kind of changed my life a bit, I suppose. So I've got a big smile on my face, and a lot of you will be waiting with bated breath to see how I did this week. Before I tell you, I have to sort of come clean, so to speak. Yeah, I've done amazingly well, I have to say. First of all, I'm very proud of myself. I've done amazingly well. 14 weeks is a long time, you know, to be on a diet. I've had no cheat days or anything like that. However, at the beginning of this week, let's just say my mood took a bit of a dip. I came up against a few challenges, and I didn't cope particularly well with those challenges. And as a lot of you will know, that comfort eat, that emotional eat, that stress eat, that just turn to food in general when you're not feeling great. It was so hard for me to not just order a takeaway or just do all the things that are habit to me to do, that I've done for 26 years basically, which have made me the size that I was when I started this diet and many other diets. So I'm only human. We're all, you know, we all make mistakes, and none of us are perfect, and it's not always plain sailing, and life gets in the way sometimes, and some of us can deal with that really well, others of us can't, and I just happen to be one of the ones that turns to food when I can't. However, there's definitely been an improvement with that in me, because I did turn to food, albeit I turned to food that is on this plan. I did go over my products, I have to say, I did go over my products. However, the amount of one-to-one food that I ate, the one-to-one diet products that I did eat, still came in at, how many was it now? It was 1700 calories, I believe. Yeah, I'd had quite a few of the 200 calorie products, and then a couple of packets of the fava beans, which are 100 calories each. So not great at all. It is, you know, some people would still say that's fine. According to a health app that I've got, to maintain my weight, I need to be eating 2,400 calories a day. So you would think, you know, having that one blip of a day wouldn't really do much harm, but I know that it's not healthy, it's not mentally healthy, that what I did. Binging is never a good thing, especially when you're reaching for all the sort of chocolatey things, because as you know, with the one-to-one diet, there are so many gorgeous sort of chocolate covered bars and yogurt coated bars, and you know, and that is what I turn to in times of upset and stress and things like that. So yeah, it was 2 days. One of the days I only went one product over, but the following day was even more stressful, shall we say. And I just found myself I slipped back into those old habits. However, the positive is that would usually be it for me. That would be the start of a downward spiral. I wouldn't let anyone know that I'd done that. I would keep it a secret. I would continue with that way of eating, because it is very difficult when you've had a binge to then go back the next day to normal eating, especially on some of the lower calorie steps that Cambridge has, that the one-to-one diet has. However, I did ask for help. I spoke to a very good friend of mine. I spoke to my husband. I was in tears, to be quite honest, to both of those people. and they were amazing. I told, and most importantly as well, when you're on the diet, I told my consultant, you know, to be fair, Sammy, who is my consultant, has become more of a friend to me now. Obviously, she's taken me under her wing with becoming a consultant myself and helping me and training me and, you know, being a bit of a mentor. So it is nice. We do have like friendly chats and stuff. So, and that I think was what made it possible for me to be able to tell her that I was struggling and own up to her as well. And we had a good chat about it, and to be fair, we had a good giggle about it as well, because I'd not actually checked how much I'd eaten. I was actually eating it and squirreling the wrappers away in a little box I've got under my printer here, just down here. Yeah, when I think back, it's just not something I want to be doing anymore. So I'm really glad that I recognised that I'd done it, and I told people, kind of a cry for help, I suppose you could call it. So I did, when I was on a video call with Sammy, open the lid of the box and count the wrappers, and we both found it quite hilarious, really. She has helped me with a stressful situation, and then the chats that I've had with my best friend and my husband have helped me with that stressful situation and made me realise that I am just one person. I'm not Superwoman. Yeah, I won't say any more than that really, but sometimes I think you have to put yourself first sometimes, and admit when you're finding something difficult and you need help with that, and possibly you can't continue to do that anymore. Yeah, it's tough because you don't want to admit that you're stumped or that you can't. You know, I don't like the word I can't, but sometimes you just can't. We can't do everything. So anyway, I don't want to harp on about that too much because, like I say, with the support that I've had, I didn't get time to slip down that slippery slope so deep that I couldn't, you know, claw my way back out again. So I said to myself last night that I would get up this morning afresh, whatever the weight was on the scales, that would be fine, and I would take it on the chin. So I was up bright and breezy. I had a client at 8 o'clock. I had my little one. Well, she's not so little anymore now. She's 13, but that's just a habit I can't get out of. I had Amelia to sort out for school. So, you know, I was up and I did that. And as soon as my client was seen to and Amelia was off at school, I went up into the shower. I came down. I got weighed. I titivated, as I call it. I didn't mention my hair. I'll come to that in a minute. So I had a little bit of a titivate, put a little bit of mousse through, and if you're wondering, the mousse for curly hair, I'm loving this at the moment. This it's in Home Bargains for not much money at all. The Foxy Curls by Bedhead. Little bit of makeup on. Got in my uniform, because I think when you work from home, that's a big thing as well, to not be tempted to do it in your pyjamas. I'm still comfortable. I've got black leggings on. I've got a sports t-shirt on. And my one-to-one diet hoodie. I've put my lanyard on as well, because again, just because I'm working from home and speaking to people on video calls and things during the day, as well as obviously I've got my local clients as well, it's good to wear a uniform and be in work mode. So I told myself yesterday that I would do that. I would pick myself up, pull my big girl panties up, and just, crack on. There's nothing you can do about what's gone. You can only draw from the experience of things and look at the positives in the situation and just move on, basically. And thanks to everyone around me, I managed to do that this morning. So anyway, without further ado, I stepped on the scales and I'm flabbergasted to say that I lost a pound, which I really don't deserve after the week that I've had. Yes, I know it was only one product more than I should have had on one day, and probably double the products that I should have had on the other day. And that's probably why it's only a pound, because the rest of the week, obviously, I was very low calorie, on plan, shall I say. But yeah, I've lost £1. So I don't know if you know what that means, and you probably spotted a few things behind me. But I have now put up behind me my, oh, can we see it there? My 3-stone shiny. So I've got my little 3-stone shiny. And because I've had a rough week, I thought I'd give myself a superstar shiny as well. So I'll just take, because they're magnetic, the little badges that I have done for my clients. I thought I'd treat myself to one of those as well, a 1-to-1 superstar, because I feel like a bit of a 1-to-1 superstar this week for the week that I've had, and that I've just managed to not ruminate, as my cognitive behavioural therapist Caroline used to say to me. I shouldn't ruminate, so I didn't allow myself to ruminate. I just got on, and I think that is a massive change for me. So I know we talk about weight loss when we diet and things like that, but I do think that weight loss has a great impact on mental health as well. And yeah, if you can get yourself in the right frame of mind to do it, it's a snowball effect. The more weight you lose, the better you feel. The better you feel, the more you can stick to plan, and so on. And I think that's why it's so important that if we do have a blip, a hump, a bump in the road, draw on all that support that you've got around you. Tell people, don't be ashamed about it. Tell people. If you've got friends like I have with Sammy, they'll make you laugh about it and see the funny side of it. We've been sort of saying, because I've been a bit flatulent. I've been a little bit flatulent because the bars and the bites and things like that that the 1-to-1 diet does, you really do have to make sure you drink a lot of water with them, because it's such a concentrated amount of nutrition in the bars. So I had a little bit of tummy upset. I'm a little bit bunged up, shall we say. But my flatulence last night, I'm just glad none of us in this house smokes, because if anyone had just struck a match, then the whole house would have gone up. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, so I have seen the funny side of it, and I've recognised the trigger, and I've dealt with it, and it's still not good that I've done it, but let's say that I've dealt with it a lot better than I would have done previously. So I'm getting better. Mental health is improving, skin's improved, everything. So yeah, my hair, very short this time. Didn't realise quite how short it was. And yes, I didn't get the roots done this time because we just did a bit of a deep conditioning treatment. Apparently, according to my hairdresser Andy, I've got very, shall we say, stubborn hair. A bit like me, really. So yeah, it's very white. She says the white is very, very white, and it's very, very difficult for it to grab onto the dye. So we're kind of reassessing the whole situation, and I think we're going to be going more coppery reddy with the next colours that we put through. I think we're just going to stick to having roots done, because there is some lovely, you can't tell in this light, but there's some lovely colour running through my hair, which she was really wanting to keep. So she has cropped it quite short. And another thing that's changed is I would normally want it poker straight. At the very most, I'd let her use the straightening irons to put a bit of a wave in it. But she's actually taught me this time round, and I've given in and trusted her to embrace my natural curl, which is this. So she showed me how to do it with the whole tipping your hair upside down and blow drying it semi-dry, and then running a little bit of mousse through it. And then she's even given me a little pot of like a clay, texturising sort of clay stuff, which I didn't put on today, Andy, if you're watching. I was in a rush. But yeah, I'm embracing the short curls, and it very much reminds me of how my hair used to be when I was about 16. So do I look 16? Probably not 16, but it does knock a few years off, so I'm quite happy with it, really. And yes, I know you're looking at me in this light, the same as I am, and thinking, goodness gracious me, that tash. Yes, being dark-haired, I do suffer with a bit of a dark lip there. And I'm way, way, way overdue to get the Jolan bleach out. So I will be doing that, so please excuse the tash, but I just can't help it. I'm a very hairy mammoth. So yeah, what else have I got to tell you, really? Let me just move my hand into a different position first of all, because it's aching. I've got my iPad in front of me, which has got all my records on from our little online thing that we have with the one-to-one diet. So when we weigh clients every week, we fill in details and things. But my BMI now is down to 32.7. And if you want to know my exact weight, 'cause it's okay me saying 3 stone, but if you've not been watching these videos before, you won't know what that is with me. So when I started 14 weeks ago, I was 17 stone 3.5. And as of today, exactly 14 weeks later, I am 14 stone 3.5. So I have lost exactly 3 stone, as I say. Now, that was the initial kind of target, knowing all along really that I want to lose a total of 6 stone. That would obviously take me then down to 11 stone 3.5. Now, I don't know how that will sit. Oh, I do actually, because I've got it here. If I get to 11 stone 3, according to this little handy dandy app that I've got here, my BMI at that point would be 25.7, which I think that still might be in the overweight category. I think you have to have a BMI of 25 to be, did they call it normal? I mean, I don't like the word normal, but now, you know, I was saying in the car today when I was speaking with a friend, and Mr. Dyble overheard me say that I've got another 3 stone to lose, and he did a very swift head movement as he was driving, and he said there'll be nothing left of you. But the thing is, a lot of my weight, which again, head and shoulders on camera is one thing, but a lot of my weight, as you'll have seen with all the before and after shots that I've shown throughout the weeks, because I take the before and afters every 4 weeks, so I'm due for another in 2 weeks, so you'll see if there's been a difference. But it has come off my tummy, don't get me wrong, it really has come off my tummy, but there is still a lot there to lose. So as much as people might look at me, and you know, I'm masked well in the clothing that I wear, and say, well, you'd be about there now, aren't you? No. And 3 stone more does sound a lot, but it's, like I say, it would still have me in the overweight category, and whether or not that would completely get rid of all the fat on my tummy, I don't know, which is why we're going to see as we go along. So for now, I think to get down to this 11 stone 3, I want to take it a stone at a time now and just concentrate a stone at a time and see how I feel. My initial goal was to get the 6 stone off for Christmas Eve. And I want to do a little challenge with some of my clients and anyone new that's watching that wants to join us. Today, as you're watching this video, if you're watching it on Thursday, there are exactly 12 weeks till Christmas Eve. So I just think it would be fabulous if a few people wanted to join us and do a 12-week challenge with us. And in those 12 weeks, the goal would be 3 stone. We might lose a little bit more, we might lose a little bit less, but I think if you reach for the stars and hit the moon, you know, that's a good gauge, isn't it? And any weight off is a bonus, isn't it? So for health and well-being, mental health, and for your black dress at Christmas as well. So if you are interested at all, you want to join in a little challenge, obviously get in touch with me. All my socials are always linked on the YouTube channel, or I'll just pop on the screen below here, Instagram handles and things like that. But yeah, it would be cool, especially I love it when my viewers get in touch and say, I've watched your YouTube videos, can you tell me more? Yes, that'd be cool if you could do that. And have I got anything else to say really? Not really. I'm loving the job. I'm really loving the job. We've got like, I tend to try and get a client a week. So I don't go mad taking inquiries. You know, I'll look through the inquiries, I'll get in touch with the people, and I'm quite happy because obviously I'm new myself. So to take people on quite slowly and make sure that I'm giving them the service they deserve really, and the service that they need, I need to really ensure that I can do that for them. So I think by doing it gradually and slowly, and just so I've got time to learn things myself because I'm quite new. But it is really good. It's really good doing it alongside other people, and I think they enjoy the fact that I'm still on my journey when they, you know, come onto the one-to-one plan with me. So Yeah, it's been really good. I am aware that a few of you have asked me to do a video regarding becoming a consultant, and I know I've had questions saying, why did I choose to become a consultant when I'm still on my own weight loss journey? Very good questions, very good video suggestions, and I will do a video, I promise I will do a video. So what I thought was, obviously there's a 2-week gap now between this video and my 16-week update, which will be photographs and everything again. So you'll then see 4 pictures of me, 4 pictures of my belly. The big one, the biggish one, the little bit more than less than big, and hopefully picture 4 will be, shall we say medium? Shall we aim for medium on the 4th picture? But yeah, so there's going to be a week between. So shall we say next Thursday for a video all about being a consultant? Because I think, how long will I have been a consultant by then? Will it be coming up for 2 months or 7 weeks? I don't know, but you know, I've got a few clients under my belt now, and I feel like I know enough to kind of talk to you about it. Because I know somebody in particular wanted to know what it entails. How do you become a consultant, and what's it like, and what do you have to do? And so yeah, I think that'll be a really interesting video. And at the same time, I'll answer the question regarding why I decided to become a consultant for the one-to-one diet while I was still on my own journey. So yeah, I hope you don't mind staying tuned until next Thursday for that. But that's all I've got to report to you at the moment. So thanks ever so much again for all your support, for carrying on watching me regardless of what I do. But I can definitely say that this is the one. So this will be me now. And I'll see you at Target. All right then, guys. See you next week. Bye.